Welcome to Your Favorites by Request with me, Tim Parton. You've sent me your favorite songs, and I'm ready to play while you sing along. And if you don't remember all the words, don't worry, they're on the screen. And now, Your Favorites by Request. Your favorites by request. La, la, la. Oh, hey, you're back. Welcome to Your Favorites by Request, where you get to choose the songs that we sing. This week, we have requests from Vornexios in the resort town of Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. He says he has a son who claims to be the Danny Shelton of the house because he sings lovely music. Keep singing, bud. And from the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, we send a shout out to Renee, and also in San Fernando, in the most populated city in Trinidad and Tobago, hi to Rishi and Patrice. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sending your requests. But first, let's go to Port St. Lucie, Florida, where Tristan says the song Love Lifted Me takes him back years ago as he grew up in singing this song in church. It's a great song. Let's sing it together. I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore, very deeply stained within, sinking to rise no more. But the master of the sea heard my despairing cry. From the waters lifted me, now safe am I. Love lifted me, love lifted me, when nothing else could help. Love lifted me, love lifted me, love lifted me, when nothing else could help. Love lifted me. All my heart to Him I'll give, ever to Him I'll cling. In His blessed presence live, ever His praises sing. Love so mighty and so true merits my soul's best songs. Faithful, loving service to Him belongs. Sing out now. Love lifted me, love lifted me, when nothing else could help. Love lifted me, love lifted me, love lifted me, when nothing else could help. Love lifted me. On the chorus, sing along. Oh, love lifted me, love lifted me, when nothing else could help. Love lifted me, love lifted me, love lifted me, when nothing else could help. Love lifted me, when nothing else could help. Big ending now. Love lifted me. I love to sing love songs of how I love Jesus. And that's a great title for a song. In fact, let's sing that song. Oh, how I love Jesus. There is a name I love to hear. is a name I love to hear. I love to sing its worth. It sounds like music in my ear, the sweetest name on earth. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus, because he first loved me. It tells me of a Savior's love who died to set me free. It tells me of his precious blood, the sinner's perfect plea. I sing, oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus, because he first loved me. It tells of one whose loving heart can feel my deepest woe, who in each sorrow bears a part that none can bear below. I'm singing, oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus, because he first loved me. There are some wonderful old hymns that have the theme of love, and there are some great new praise courses that are also emphasizing the love that we have for our Savior. And this is a great song talking about lifting our Lord on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. Lord, I'm glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. And I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt you paid, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. That was a request sent in from David in Ohio, who plays the drums at his worship band at the First Seventh-day Adventist Church in Toledo, Ohio. So thanks, David, for watching. Lord, I Lift Your Name on High has been translated into several different languages: French, German, Portuguese, Spanish, Slovenian, Polish, Czechoslovakian, Korean, Pig Latin probably. No, maybe not Pig Latin, but in many other languages. And if you're watching from a non-English speaking country, I'd love to hear how you sing any of the songs that you request on this program. Send me a video of you singing your favorite song in your language, and I'd love to share it with our audience. I'll try to do that. I think it's amazing to hear God's people singing from all around the world, lifting His name on high. Now here's a great song of hope and encouragement written by the son of a Methodist preacher, Mr. Stuart Hamblin. He has written so many great songs. This song is titled Until Then. My heart can sing when I pause to remember a heartache here is but a stepping stone along a trail that's winding always upward. This troubled world is not my final home, but until then my heart will go on singing. Until then, with joy I'll carry on, until the day my eyes behold that city, until the day God calls me home. The things of earth will dim and lose their value if we recall they are borrowed only for a while. And things of earth that cause my heart to tremble, remembered there, will only bring a smile. But until then, my heart will go on singing. Until then, with joy I'll carry on, until the day my eyes behold that city, until the day God calls me home, until the day my eyes behold that city, until the day God calls me home. Hi, and welcome back to Your Favorites by Request. This is a favorite part of the program for me because I get to interact with you, the viewer. We usually have a caller that we call about this time, and it may be someone you know, someone you don't know, it may be you. So always be presentable, have your hair combed during this part of the program because we may be calling on you. Today, I have a dear friend who I know very well, and he always has his hair in place, every strand. And this is Pastor C.A. Murray. He is the general manager of the 3ABN Proclaim channel. CA, how are you today?
I'm doing well, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing great. You are looking wonderful. Thank you so very much for being with us. And we're going to just talk to you about music. What does music mean to you?
Oh, music has always been a part of my life. I joined the church very young, and the church I joined in Buffalo, New York had several choirs, a children's choir, and there's one choir called the Emmanuel Temple Chorale. The guys you may know from Take Six, their parents were in that choir, it was a great choir, traveling choir, and you had to be 13 and above to get into it. So we couldn't wait till we turned 13 to leave the children's choir and get into the adult choir.
Right.
So that was always a great challenge in our lives.
Oh, that's awesome. What a great legacy of music. The choir, that's a kind of a dying thing in churches.
You know, it is. And when I pastored, I always wanted to have my own choir. So I always started a choir that I took with me to, when I traveled around. It was a way to keep the young people involved in the church, and it sort of replicated what I grew up in, when I grew up there in Buffalo, New York.
Oh, that's wonderful, wonderful. I hope more churches will reinstate the choir into the church. What about a favorite song that you have?
Oh, my favorite song is one that you helped me work with. The first song that we did on my project, I'll Tell the World That I'm a Christian.
Oh, yeah.
Had some medical issues then, and I think the Lord sort of gave me that song to sort of keep my mind occupied while we were going through some therapy back then. But it has been and it's still one of my favorites.
Oh, and I remember that was a great version. I love your style. And you brought that style to this song. And I'm going to just play a little bit of it, and you can sing along, and we invite you at home to sing along too.
I'll tell the world that I'm a Christian. I'm not ashamed His name to bear. That I'm a Christian, I'll take Him with me everywhere. And I know that if you trust Him, that all He gave me, He'll give to you. I'll tell the world that I'm a Christian. I'm not ashamed His name to bear. I'll tell the world that I'm a Christian, and I'll take Him with me everywhere.
I'll tell the world I'm a Christian and take Him with me everywhere. Great, great song, CA. Thank you so very much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Sweet. There are a lot of songs in the hymnal, just as I've mentioned before, multi-thousands of songs that have been written through the years. And I don't even claim to know a percent of those. I will get requests from you that it's like you're trying to stump the panel. But I'll run to the hymnal and I'll find these treasures. So I want to thank you for bringing those songs to my mind as you request them, and I look them up and learn them. This is one of those that is an older hymnal, older hymn, and it says, "Master, the tempest is raging." Such a great picture. As we sing this, you can hear the raging in the melody, so very smartly written. Master, the tempest is raging, the billows are tossing high. The sky is o'ershadowed with blackness, no shelter or help is nigh. Carest thou not that we perish? How canst thou lie asleep when each moment so madly is threatening a grave in the angry deep. The winds and the waves shall obey thy will. Peace, be still. Whether the wrath of the storm-tossed sea, or demons or men or whatever may be, no water can swallow the ship where lies the master of ocean and earth and skies. They all shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace, be still, peace, be still. They all shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace, peace, be still. Master, with anguish of spirit, I bow in my grief today. The depths of my sad heart are troubled. Awaken and save, I pray. Torrents of sin and of anguish sweep o'er my sinking soul, and I perish, dear Master. Oh, hasten and take control. The winds and the waves shall obey thy will. Peace, be still. Whether the wrath of the storm-tossed sea, or demons or men or whatever it be, no waters can swallow the ship where lies the master of ocean and earth and skies. They all shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace, be still, peace, be still. They all shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace, peace, be still. Master, the terror is over. The elements sweetly rest. Earth's sun in the calm lake is mirrored, and heaven's within my breast. Linger, O blessed Redeemer, leave me alone no more. And with joy I shall make the blessed arbor, and rest on the blissful shore. The winds and the waves shall obey thy will. Peace, be still. Whether the wrath of the storm-tossed sea, or demons or men or whatever it be, no water can swallow the ship where lies the master of ocean and earth and sky. They all shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace, be still, peace, be still. They all shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace, peace, be still. Our next song goes out to Mr. Simmons from Eaton, Ohio, who says this song reminds him that God has always been there with him. It's a timeless favorite with a timeless message from Andre Crouch. Through it all. I've had many tears and sorrows. I've had questions for tomorrow. There've been times I didn't know right from wrong. But in every situation, God gave me blessed consolation, that my trials come to only make me strong. On another verse, I've been to lots of places, and I've seen lots of faces. There've been times I've felt so all alone. But in my lonely hour, yes, those precious lonely hours, Jesus let me know that I was his own. So I sing through it all, through it all. I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, through it all, I've learned to depend upon His word. So I thank God for the mountains, and I thank Him for the valleys, and I thank Him for the storms He's brought me through. For if I'd never had a problem, I wouldn't know that God could solve them. I'd never know what faith in God could do. Sing it out now. Sing it now. Through it all, through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Oh, through it all, through it all, I've learned to depend upon His word. I've learned to depend upon His word. Come back and join us next time right on here on Your Favorites by Request. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.